Hey, Andrew here, Mortgage HQ. So Edward de Bono's 6 Thinking Hats, I think it's a really awesome concept and a way of thinking. So what we're going to do is a video series breaking down different ways to assess property investing, different ways to think about it. Most people have a natural tendency, whether that's towards data, whether it's towards trusting your gut, whether it's towards being super pessimistic and cautious. That's fine. That's all part of the process, and it's a natural strength to have one or two particular strengths of ways of thinking. I remember in school, I think it was the first year of college, we were doing a thinking class, and one of the first exercises we did was Edward de Bono's 6 Thinking Hats. And today we're getting a bit of management coaching for our business. We've been growing, got about 30 odd people now, and what we need to do changes, and your natural ways of doing things no longer works by default. So what we've been doing, we've reintroduced the 6 Thinking Hats into our business, and I want to also introduce it into our property investing. So there's 6 Thinking Hats: white, red, yellow, green, blue, and black, and they're going to wrap it up with a purple hat, which encompasses the 6 hats, the information and the lessons that we've learned, and combined it all to see we can have our start position, our default, our normal way of thinking. We can bring in a whole bunch of different ways to think about things, and then we can see how our thinking has changed and evolved, hopefully for the better, so that we make smarter decisions. And you can set aside 45 minutes now, go through all of these different thinking hats and get a feel for what you may have missed by default, and it might save you hundreds or even millions of dollars in the future, or make you millions in the future by coming at it from a slightly different angle than what you may have without have gone through this thought exercise. So have a look at Edward de Bono's 6 Thinking Hats, subscribe to the video series, and see if you can add in the comments things that I've missed. The white hat, we're going to look at data and facts. Red hat, we're going to look at emotions and feelings. Yellow hat, energy, optimism in the market. The green hat, we're going to look at ideas, especially creativity, where we might be stuck or we can't quite take that next step. Blue hat, we're going to look at the processes, start to finish. Black hat, we're going to be super pessimistic. We're going to try and identify future problems before they come up. We're going to try poke as many holes in the idea of property investing and the plans that we've got. And then we're going to wrap it up, and hopefully we come to a point where we think property investing is a must in our life, and we simply just need to figure out what's the best way for us. So questions and comments, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll get to it.